Cleveland's own Fox 8 News.
I spent 11 years in hell. Now your hell is just beginning.
Powerful hearing earlier today. He stole about 10 years of 3 women's lives. Now Ariel Castro will spend the rest of his days behind bars with no chance of ever being set free. We have team coverage of the sentencing of Ariel Castro. We begin with Fox 8's Kevin Freeman, who was in court as this dark chapter finally comes to a close. Kevin?
It sure has, Gabe. Ariel Castro was sentenced.
Kevin, you've covered hundreds of court cases, criminal cases. You were in the courtroom today. What's your takeaway from this? Have you ever been in a room where there was so much emotion, pain, and suffering?
You're right. I've been in a lot of them, and some of the things that he was saying in there, too.
We were glued back here at the station watching every second of the coverage. Kevin Freeman, live downtown. Thanks so much for your coverage today. And after the sentencing, defense attorneys criticized the decision to reveal in such intricate detail the crimes Ariel Castro committed against the 3 victims. But prosecutors say they had to present evidence to create a record in case Castro appeals his conviction. Well, meanwhile, Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson gave Fox 8 this statement shortly after the sentencing. Today, justice was served for these 3 brave young women. They are survivors. I hope the sentencing of their captor brings them and their families the closure they need to continue moving forward and healing. I continue to ask the community to respect the privacy of these women as they move forward with their recovery. Again, Mayor Frank Jackson. The most powerful moment of the day may have been when one of the survivors, Michelle Knight, addressed the court. She also spoke directly to the man who raped and tortured her for years. Fox 8's Mark Zinni was also at the courthouse today. He's live in our newsroom with more on that angle. Mark?
Gabe, good afternoon.
After 10 years in captivity, a brave woman faces the man who held her prisoner.
You took 11 years of my life away, and I have got it back. I spent 11 years in hell. Now your hell is just beginning.
A long nightmare is finally over. Coming up next, we're going to have much more team coverage on the sentencing of Ariel Castro.
Cleveland's own Fox 8 News.
Swinging a drive to deep right, away back, goal! A walk-off game winner.
Welcome back to Fox 8 News at 4 o'clock. I'm Gabe Spiegel, broadcasting to you live from Progressive Field, the site of the one-game wild card playoff tonight between the Cleveland Indians and the Tampa Bay Rays. I grew up as a baseball fan. I grew up playing baseball my entire life. I have to be honest with you, this is a real treat for me to be on the field right now as they're taking some grounders at third. John Tillage, he just booted that ball. He just booted that ball. Hopefully, get those out of the way now.
He's not starting. You want to see the guy behind him, Chisenhall. He'll be taking grounders. He's the guy you want to see making the clean fields.
Throwing BBs over there. Boston waiting in the wings right now for one of these 2 teams. You got a preview for us.
Well, I'll tell you.
This season has been full of magical moments. 11 walk-off victories for this magical Tribe team. I want to bring in one of those special guests that I just told you about a bit earlier. A guy who knows a thing or two about magic with the stick, the one and only Sandy Alomar. Sandy, thanks so much for joining us. I mean, how do you bottle up the magic that we've had all season long and produce a win tonight?
Well, it's been a lot of hard work. We added some players that have experience in postseason, Giambi, Rayburn, Bourne, and Aviles. Those guys have done a great job. I think they help to keep the younger guys loose and relaxed. And it seems everything started with a Harlem Shake. And unity takes you a long ways.
Let's take you back to one of those magical moments. I believe it was 1997 in not the World Series, but the playoffs against the Yankees. You were facing the one and only Mariano Rivera. And then take me through that moment, and you just jacked it out of the ballpark.
Well, we were in a situation, we were 1 run behind, and he came in the 8th inning. And I was just looking for a pitch up and away. And hopefully I was lucky enough, I was ahead in the count. I was able to take a good shot, and I was able to hit it out.
You have so much experience, and tonight they're saying that Alex Cobb is really going to try to capitalize on our young, eager bats. As a coach, What do you say to these players to temper those emotions and stay focused on baseball?
Well, just keep doing the same thing they did in the regular season. They knew what it was going to take to get up to this point. The guys won 10 in a row. We did it the right way. Like I said before, we added some key pieces, and Giambi, Bourne, and Swisher, and those guys being in postseason, and they really have held the younger guys.
What kind of advice do you have for the rookie flamethrower Danny Salazar as a legendary catcher yourself?
Just go out there and just be yourself. He's done a tremendous job for us. He's kind of similar to Jarrett Wright when Jarrett Wright was pitching in '97, pitched Game 7 in the World Series, and gave us a chance. So Salazar has the same mentality. He's, he believes in himself. Right now he's very relaxed.
Okay. Any last words of advice for the team you can share with us?
Just don't look back. Keep going forward.
Don't look back, keep looking forward. The legendary Sandy Alomar. Thanks, man. What a treat as a Tribe, lifelong Tribe fan, getting a chance to talk with Sandy Alomar. Wow, that was a special moment for me. Tony Viola is here from the Cheesecake Factory, Legacy Village. He's going to show us how to make their famous crab and artichoke dip. Yummy. And bring us some good luck for 2014.
Hopefully I can.
This is I said earlier it's a more difficult recipe, but it's really not. This is something that you can do easily at home. Yeah.